Challenging. Oh, let's go.
All right.
Hi everybody, I'm Cassandra and I work at Reception House Waterloo Region as the Volunteer Services Coordinator. I've been at my position now for over a year, around a year and 6 months. My role's changed a lot, but something I would like to share with you is that when I was in my undergrad, I actually volunteered for Reception House Waterloo Region myself. For 6 months, I was a homework club volunteer and met with newcomer youth, helped them with homework a couple of nights a week. It was a great program, a great way to get my feet wet and get engaged in the community. And in fact, now that's the program that my colleague Andrea coordinates. So we were in the same class in university and came to be staff at Reception House. So it is really achievable. If you volunteer, you get engaged, and you do it for the right reasons, you can become a worker in this field. So a little bit more about myself and my role. I do intake and onboarding for all volunteers at Reception House. I funnel them into various programs. So we have programs specific to youth that Andrea will talk about a little more. We also have some medical support, some interpretation, administration, volunteering, children's programs at some times of year, and most notably our English Outreach and Family Partnership programs.
My name's Andrea, and like Cass said, I work with youth here at Reception House. I support youth as a youth worker, and I also coordinate the programs that we have specifically for our newcomer youth. I've been at Reception House for almost 3 years now. Similar to Cassandra, I started volunteering in the newcomer community here through an organization called Welcome Home. After I volunteered with them for over a year, I was brought on as an intern for the organization, and I was a live-in intern, so I lived with people that had just recently come to Canada as they were exploring their new community, as they were finding where their grocery stores were. I got to be there and living right alongside them. After which I had applied for the position of youth worker here, which was initially part-time, and then after about a year I was hired on full-time. My role here is pretty diverse. It changes quite often, but it's really exciting to be a part of newcomers as they're coming and figuring out their new community here.
So a bit about what Reception House does. We're the organization in the community that supports government-assisted refugees. So these are folks that are being brought over from abroad with documentation in place, with their PR cards, their permanent residency cards, able to get engaged right away in the community. And we support them with a whole variety of services. They're connected to a case manager who helps with coordinating interpretation, coordinating their health and medical needs and appointments. We help to find them housing, anything you can think of. Sort of, we are that catchment service provider that connects newcomers to other service providers in the community. So families, when they arrive, they stay at a hotel their first night, and then they live with us for their first 2 to 4 weeks. We deliver an orientation to them at that time. We help them sort of engage the community resources and view apartments, and we move forward from there with volunteer engagement and programs.
So I'm just going to jump in and talk a little bit about services that we offer for youth. We do our homework club, which Cassandra's mentioned has been around for a while, since now both of us are working here, and she volunteered there in her undergrad. And so that has been incredibly successful. We have youth coming from all over Kitchener-Waterloo, from WCI, from Forest Heights, from Eastwood, and they all come for extra support for their homework. There are a lot of barriers to youth that they're not able to get that extra support for their homework. So some of that could be transportation. They don't have the ability to get the transportation that they need to get to the supports. So we offer bus tickets. It's accessible. It's right downtown Kitchener, so all the buses come to it. And it's completely free. So they can come, and there are volunteers both from high school and people that are in post-secondary education that come and volunteer their time to support newcomer youth. We also started a brand new program with CJI, or Community Justice Initiatives, called the Newcomer Youth Connection. And our hope with the program is that volunteers and youth can come together, do some fun activities. Oftentimes it's soccer or dodgeball. We do some ESL-based activities as well, so they can practice their English. And the idea is behind these activities, they can develop some meaningful friendships that can extend beyond our program and into the community, so that newcomer youth can have that additional support, social support that a lot of them don't have when they come, because they don't really know that very many people. So those are the two main programs that we offer at Reception House for Youth.
Another innovative program that youth can get involved in is the Family Partnership Program. We created this program out of a need to bridge the gap between social support and settlement support. We do a great job of the settlement work with the case management and the settlement worker team. However, we can't provide supports for folks in that social way where they just want to drink coffee, play sports, hang out with a friend. We can't do those things as service providers, and so the program has been created to engage community members in newcomer families' lives, to really be a friend, to support them in that way that is more emotional and social and less about settlement. And so if you or your family would like to get involved in the Family Partnership Program, typically we match groups of 3 or 4 people to a newcomer family. It can be more, and we hope that they visit once a week and connect with that family and just build a natural friendship. And so if this is something that you're interested in, please be in touch with me, and I will link you up to a family, put you through an orientation process, and get you all trained up and ready to go.
Sometimes getting involved in newcomer issues can be as simple as saying hello to someone that is new in your hallway. If you're at school and you recognize that someone might not know their way around, just offer a lending hand. I think that it's a really natural thing for us to stick within the people that we know and not go outside of our comfort zones. And something that I think is really important to support newcomers, especially newcomer youth, is to engage them in your friend groups, invite them into your lives, and make them feel like they're welcome in this new country. And you can also support them by getting involved with our organization, doing more research, getting involved at even like a political level, and figuring out what the needs are for newcomer youth, the needs that the struggles that they face, and ways that you can get involved.
Thanks, everyone.